I'm here with Wolves supporter Mr. Liam Keane. Liam, Wolverhampton 1 plus 1. West Ham United 0 outside the bottom 3. Thank you. It feels like forever in a day. I thought they were value for the money for 3 points. Do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it wasn't the most.
It wasn't the greatest game in the world.
Yeah, it wasn't the best game in the world. A little bit slow at times. It wasn't the best performance, but it also wasn't the worst by any means. No. It was a 6-7 out of 10 from Wolves, I thought today overall. But against a West Ham side that, to be honest, looked very poor. If I'm being honest.
Devoid of confidence.
Wolves, I think, should have done a bit better with the positions they got into, particularly in the first half. Very swift on the counter, good positions. Hwang, Podence, Cunha popping up in the right areas, but not having the sort of the killer instinct, the killer touch. Fortunately, 3 minutes into the second half, they found it, and that's been the difference to them.
Arguably, when they're playing the poorest football, because they started the second half poorly, really.
They did.
It was on the break, and it was a lovely breakaway move, and Daniel Podence, top scorer, and did the business as well. A very nice finish.
Yeah, and I'll point out in the build-up to that goal, it comes from a West Ham corner, and I think it's Podence actually who lays it off to Semedo on the edge of the box. And Semedo today, I'll give him his props. I thought he was one of Wolves' best players today. I thought he was absolutely excellent, and he deserves the credit when it's due. And he starts that move, plays it, charges up the field, plays it into Nunez. The cross comes in, which is not a great cross. He gets a nick off Cresswell, and it lands in the perfect position for Daniel Podence, who has shown that he has that kind of cool, calm, collected nature in front of goal this season. He's not prolific, but he's Wolves' top scorer, and when you need goals, he's popped up at the right moments.
Matheus Cunha made his first start today. Yeah. What did you make of him?
Yeah, look, it didn't blow us all away, but he works hard, gets in the right areas. I don't think he's a number 9 for me, but he did reasonably well. I think him playing off a striker, maybe playing off striker either behind them or just to either flank of them as a second striker perhaps is more suited. But I think he adds a bit of quality to this team. I like what he brings, and I think he'll only get better because he's certainly tired just before he came off. He looked knackered, so I think with a bit of fitness, a bit of time, he'll look a better player.
And look, options coming off the bench. This is what is going to, project Wolves hopefully clear of that relegation. So we're not worried about it going into the last 5, 6, 7 games of the season because the likes of Ryan Aït-Nouri and Raul Jimenez to come on. You got Lamina, you got Traore coming on. These are the type of players, these types of options with more players to come in. Of course, hopefully within the next week as well. It's great, and Wolves are looking strong. They're looking strong starting lineup, but they're looking strong on the bench, and they're only going to get stronger. That's great news for the rest of the season.
Absolutely, you hit the nail on the head there. And Lamina in particular, look, he didn't come on for a long period of time in this game, but I think you thought he made an impact. Yeah. There was one moment I think you were outside speaking to the fans at the time. It was 30 seconds till the end of the game. West Ham looked to make a break in midfield. Everyone on the Wolves bench is up asking for full time, and he makes an unbelievable sliding tackle that gets Wolves actually on the attack and never should have played a Traore in, but he hit the wrong pass. That was a crucial moment, I felt, and it came from a player on his debut that they've just signed, and that is a great sign. Adama himself, I think he's in a little bit of a rut at the moment because he's being used as this bench impact player, and he's not really showing. I don't know whether it's this confidence thing or what it is, but he's not as direct as we've seen him previously. And the one time he did it in this game, he forced Declan Rice to bring him down and get booked in the transition. And that's what you want. And that's the only time he did it. The rest of the time, he's slow, he turns inside, so we know he's got it. I think once you get him up to speed again...
You want him running at players, at defenders, don't you?
His bread and butter is down the wing, knock it past the player, run at them, and once he gets back into that stride again, he'll have more of an impact. But you're right, the options Wolves have got is excellent, and they're only adding to that, and that's the great sign.
Exactly. You talk about Cunha potentially not being a number 9. Well, Wolves have got a number 9 in Raul Jimenez. We talked about him, obviously scored at Forest, got in the right place at the right time. Look, 1 yard out, it's a tap in, but that's what Wolves have lacked. Play to get in those positions. You bring Cunha in, you bring a better quality into the forward, into the wide areas. That's going to help someone like Raul Jimenez. So, we talk about a striker. Well, Wolves could have them there, and whether he's going to come on and he's going to play half an hour or he's going to come on from the start, I still think he's got a massive say-so for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I'd like to think so as well, because you look at that move right at the end, a great run, great movement, and it's a great finish, and it's a razor close
really
VAR decision. He's just off, but it's really, really close and really unfortunate. So
Wolves have been lucky with some VAR decisions recently, so
and exactly. But the finish was like Raul Jimenez.
Yeah, exactly.
Dinks it over the goalkeeper. It's a lovely finish. If he can bring that between now and May, regardless of what his Wolves' future is long term, I think that's only going to benefit.
2 of the games going today. Southampton have beaten Everton, Forest have beaten Leicester City. Forest probably not a great result, but the Southampton result evens things up a little bit. But at the same time, it's not a terrible result by any means.
No,
Wolves 16th in the table
exactly.
now. 3 points away from 13th.
I think we'd probably take a draw between them two. But if you're going to take a win, you'd rather Southampton than Everton to win that game. So that leaves Wolves in a good position, up to 16th now, out of the relegation zone for I think the first time since October. I think
it feels like the start of the season, to be honest.
Off the top of my head, I think the Leicester loss here might have been the first time they slipped in. But either way, it was I think it's massive mentally to get out of that drop zone. You've got league games now against City and Liverpool coming up. However,
that was why that was so important to get the 3 points.
And you may drop back in to the bottom 3, particularly with those 2 opponents. But to get out of it in the meantime and know that you can win a game, and win a game scrappy towards the end as well. And Lopetegui was giving it some on the touchline to the fans after they won. I think it's a massive result for the club.
Well, look, City got beat by Man United today. Liverpool not in it. They've got stuffed by Brighton 3-0. The way that they're playing, and they showed at Anfield as well with the 9 changes, the way that they've got playing, and I think Lopetegui will installs that confidence naturally that they can now go there and they're not fearful. They don't have to sit back. They can go and have a game, and if they can get a result in one of those 2 games, that'll be fantastic. And then you've got a nice run of games where hopefully they can get some goals and get some points to the board, and we can forget about this stupid R word.
Exactly. Yeah. Southampton and Bournemouth coming after those 2 games, so they're massive. You don't want to say 3 hit for those for City Liverpool. I think that's the wrong way to approach it, but particularly the form you just mentioned of the pair as well. But we know they're going to be difficult. That's why, as you say, this 3 points here was absolutely crucial, and it leaves West Ham as well in a really difficult position, particularly with their managerial situation as well. So Wolves are in a good place.
Lampard will be available after tonight, might apply for it.
Potentially. Wolves are in a good place. They're on the good. I think the confidence that not just the players but the fans and us have in Lopetegui and the process that they're going through is only a good sign.
And some players
going up.
You stopped that.
No, so
going up.
It was
the championship.
It was a dramatic pause for a second, and you interrupted me. We're on the way up.
Okay, we're on the way up. We're on the way up. Look, and also some people who need minutes in this game can get them on Tuesday night against Liverpool in the replay.
Yes, I mean, I suspect they'll make a handful, quite a few changes. To be honest, Liverpool probably will as well. To be honest, and I would. I love the FA Cup. I think it would be great if Wolves went far in it, like the Carabao. But it's not a priority, not by any stretch of the imagination. And even players that weren't involved today, got Charlie Guedes left out of the squad. He very well might get a game on Tuesday, and it's for those players to prove their point. I think.
Well, to finish in 12th, we're going to Wembley, mate. So we're going to want more.
Love to see it.
Absolutely. Wolves 1, West Ham United 0. For the post-match reaction, make sure you log on to expressingstar.com.